All right, welcome back to the Type 2 Media YouTube channel. Today I'm going to let you know what sold last week and this past weekend on eBay, and then what we picked up this weekend at a few garage sales. So, all right, here we go. The first few items here I've already shipped out because they were last week, so I'll put them up on the screen over here so you could see what they sold for and what they were. The first one was just a lot of 4 Nintendo DS games. It was like Guitar Hero, Bejeweled, just terrible games, nothing special. Just came with a bundle that I bought a while ago. Those sold for $9.99 plus free shipping. The next one that sold was Sonic, Sonic the Hedgehog on Game Gear. It was a pretty clean copy. I tested it. Everything worked. That sold for $9.99. The next one that sold was a pretty rare Nintendo game, Bucky O'Hare. Pretty good condition. It had a little sticker residue on the right side of the label. It played fine. Looked pretty good. No rips or tears in the manual. I ended up getting 190 for that. Then I sold an original jumper pack for the Nintendo 64, so not the expansion one, but the original black jumper one that goes in the Nintendo 64. And then columns for the Sega Genesis, complete in box for $15. And then VR Virtual Racing for the Sega Saturn, complete in box for $43. And then this weekend we sold, let's see, we got them here, so we're going to pack them up. So we sold Batman Returns on the Game Gear for $14. We sold Desert Speed Trap starring Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote. That sold for $7. Excite Bike 64 for the Nintendo 64. That sold for $17.99. Super Slapshot for the Super Nintendo. That sold for $6.99. We got Marble Madness for the original Nintendo. It sold for $9.99. And then World Class Track Meet for the original Nintendo, which sold for $7. So not a very expensive weekend. I didn't make a lot. It was like $85 worth of sales. So nothing spectacular, but I'm always happy when things are moving and they're getting out of here. Oh, I lied. There's one more thing. I sold the film trailer for this tape. It's really old, so it's starting to come off. But for the movie Captain Ron with Kurt Russell, so I sold that for $10 as well. I have a lot of these film trailers that I picked up in a lot. I think I paid like $1 each for them. And I actually kept one because it was for A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 6. And that's just sitting up on my shelf. But I've sold a few of them for like $20-30. So they're definitely profitable. And then this weekend was a big village-wide garage sale. So I picked some stuff up. I found a sealed copy of Halo Reach Limited Edition for the Xbox 360. I think with this other thing, so the same garage sale, I found a VHS copy of the original Aliens. So it's like the first VHS copy, I think, released in '87. So this with the Halo, I paid $30 for. The lady wasn't really budging on much of it. I offered 50 cents for the VHS tape, and she kind of gawked at me. She said she looks things up online and then prices them lower. So, of course, I couldn't haggle with her. The other thing I found a wireless adapter for an Xbox 360. This was just in a box of junk stuff that they were just giving away for free. So I dug through it. I found like a 50-foot Ethernet, Cat 6 cable that I grabbed because you can never have too many Cat 6 cables. Well, I'm not going to sell that, but this I pulled out of that box. I should be able to get about $15 for it. So that was a great free find. And then somehow I ended up at an old friend's house who was having a garage sale, and I prevented her from getting ripped off trying to sell her Nintendo 64 to some guy. He was offering her like $100, claiming the system didn't work because my friend wasn't able to get it to work on her new TV, but it looked like it was in brand new condition and everything was really good. And then there was a bag of games, and I could see already through the plastic into the bag of games that there was WWF No Mercy, which usually can sell for between 30 and $40. So for this guy to be offering $100 for everything, I basically went up and be like, I'll give you more than $100 for it. But I convinced her not to sell it to that guy, but her kids wanted to play it, so I convinced her not to sell any of it and that I would help her fix it. So, but in exchange, she did hook me up with some Genesis games. So we picked up Echo the Dolphin, Sonic the Hedgehog, not for resale, Mortal Kombat 3, Golden Axe, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Let's save that one. Bulls versus Lakers NBA playoffs. Madden 96. Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. A few of them have manuals that I also got, but then there was this one in the bunch, so I had to pick it all up. Phantasy Star 4. It did have some old Blockbuster stickers on the back, which I was able to remove most of them. There's a little sticker residue that I'll be able to get off, but this game alone sells for about $70 card only. So I gave her 50 for everything. If it was a normal garage sale and they didn't really know what they had, I would have tried to negotiate lower, but since she's a friend of mine that I've known for a long time, I wanted to make sure that I gave her a fair amount of money. The other games, like Phantasy Star is probably the most valuable one out of here. Mortal Kombat might be worth like $10, but there's nothing spectacular here outside of Phantasy Star, so I thought it was a decent deal. And she didn't have a system anyway, so she was just kind of trying to get rid of them because she wanted to buy her kids a Switch. So yeah, that's what sold this week and this weekend and what we picked up this weekend. And I'm going to get this stuff listed and hopefully it moves out of here quickly. If you like this content or you want to see more of what I'm buying and selling and how the whole eBay process goes, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, leave any questions or comments if you have them. All right. On eBay, and then Amazon will probably be at around another $19. I think it was 23 something, but I have to pay for shipping. So they take their fees and they give you a credit of $3.99 for shipping, at least in the way I have it set up. But then I have to pay the shipping, so it'll probably be $4 to ship it. I ship everything first class if I can. Video games aren't technically supposed to be shipped media mail because they have advertisements and stuff for other things, but the book that I have I could ship first media mail, so that'll be a little cheaper. And then that Sega Saturn game I always put in a box as opposed to like a padded envelope, because the Saturn games, the Sega CD games, and that kind of thing, the big plastic cases that those come in get cracked really easily. And so I try to avoid that if I can, because I don't want to get any returns. Returns are always annoying to deal with. But yeah, so that's what sold this weekend. I might keep doing this every weekend or every Monday to see what sells and just keep everybody updated so you can kind of figure out what's selling on eBay, what you might be able to make some money on if you have some of this stuff laying around in your closet or any of that. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. And don't forget that I will post that story about how me and my brother sold just a bunch of random loose change, nothing special about it, literally just change we found in a jar in our bedroom. worth about $6 or so, and we ended up selling it for over $60. So subscribe if you want to hear that story. All right.